Hello, the respect sister and brother who are attending my video. Okay, today I will introduce about the quadratic function. Okay, we'll proceed from simple to complex. In general, okay, quadratic function can be defined as f of x is equal to x squared plus bx plus c. Okay, but the simplest form of the quadratic function is y is equal to x squared. The function of the general form y is equal to x squared plus q are a parabolic function. A parabolic function. In the equation y is equal to x squared plus q, a and q are constants and have different effects on the parabola. Okay, we know that the quadratic function is y is equal to x squared plus bx plus c, but if you substitute bx plus c by q instead of quadratic function, we call it a parabolic function. Okay, in the equation y is equal to x squared plus q, a and q are constants and have different effect on the parabola. Okay, plotting quadratic equation. Okay, let us start from very elementary and simple. Y is equal to f of x, y and f of x is the same, so is equal to x squared. Now completing the following tables for f of x is equal to x squared and plotting the points on systems of x-axis. Now let us substitute x for minus 1, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. F of x is equal to 9. Okay, after calculating here, for example, minus 3 means square 9, minus 2 square 4, minus 2 1 1, 0 square 0, 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 3 square 9. Okay, you can fill these tables. Okay, join the points of with the smooth curve after you plot on the graph. Okay, point this coordinate system. Now, like by substituting as I've said, minus 3 9, minus 2 4, minus 1 1, 0 0, 1 1, 2 4. Okay, 3 3 square. So you can fill the table like this one. Okay, once you get these pointers, okay, close the points and join a smooth curve. From the table we get the following value. So we have get coordinate values. So point these points in the graph and connect such point, you will get the parabolic graph. Okay, parabola. From the graph we see that for all of x and y greater than 0, okay, then the range y is the element of real number and y is greater than or equal to 0. Find the axis of symmetry. F is symmetrical about the y-axis. Therefore, the axis of symmetry of x is the line x is equals to 0. Determine the x value for which f of x is equal to 6 1 over 4. So f of x is equal to 6 times 4, 24, 24 plus 1, 25 over 4. Okay, so substituting this value for f of x, then we can solve for x. X will be plus or minus 5 over 2. Okay, so you can solve in this way. See the points A and B are on the graph. A and B, okay, the value of what you have solved. Okay, the function of the form y is equal to x squared plus q. The effect of a and q on the parabola. Okay, the function, the quadratic function, okay, have what? Have this form. Function of the general form y is equal to x squared plus qr, a parabolic function. It is known as a parabolic function A and Q are constant. Look, here it's a parabolic, this one, because A is 1, Q is 0, because they are constant, so it's parabolic. And we can easily plot the quadratic equation in such a way. The effect of A and Q on the parabola, complete the table, okay, and plot the graph. Take this one, x value this one, y value this one, and do for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and plot the graph on the xy axis and complete this one. Okay, complete the table and plot the following graph on the same axis, this one, okay, this and this one. Okay, one of the objective of this discussion is to show that the effect of, okay, A, Q, and the effect of A on the graph. Okay, we have seen that it is easy to graph in xy plane by substituting x value and determine y value, so that by creating coordinates values you can plot a smooth graph, okay, like f of x is equal to x squared. But what is the general effect of Q on the vertical shift, and what is the effect of A? Now, the effect of Q is called vertical shift because all the points are moved the same distance in the same direction. It slides the entire graph up or down. So Q, the effect of Q is moving the graph up or down. For Q is greater than 0, the graph of f of x shifted vertically upward by Q unit, and the turning point of f of x is above y-axis. For Q less than 0, the graph of f of x is shifted vertically downward by Q, and the turning point of f of x is below the y-axis. Q is greater than 0 and Q greater than 0, above and below x-axis. Okay, yeah, turning point of x is below the y-axis. Okay, now sign of A determines the shape of the graph. What type of shape? For A greater than 0, the graph of x is smile and has a minimum turning point 0 Q. The graph of f of x is stretching vertical upward, and A get larger, the graph get narrowed. For A less than 0, A is less than 1. As you get closer to 0, the graph f of x get wider. For A is less than 0, the graph f of x is frown and has maximum turning point of 0 Q, the point of f of x stretching vertical downward. As you get smaller, the graph get narrow. For minus 1 less than A less than 0, as we get closer to 0, the graph of f of x get wider. Okay, let me show you this one. Yeah, for A is greater than 0, a positive smiley graph, it is upward. It is upward open. For A is less than 0, it is downward, negative frown. Okay, it's a frown. Here is smile. Okay, to remember a person when he smiles, his lips open, but when he is frown, like this one. Okay, for A is less than 0, it's downward. It is for A is greater than 0, it's upward. But for Q1 is greater than 0, Q is greater than 0, it is the turning point should be above x-axis. The turning point should be above x-axis. Okay, Q0, the turning point is on xy intersection point here, 0, 0 coordinate. when q is less than 0, it is below the x-axis. The turning point is below the x-axis. So the effect of q is determining whether the turning point is up the x-axis or down the x-axis. Here axis determines. If q is 0, it is on the x-axis, touch the x-axis, but if it is less than 0, the turning point is below the x-axis. So q determines whether the turning point is above the x-axis or not. Okay, so it's very important for you to see type of graph. Discover characteristics. Okay, the standard form of the equation parabola y is equal to x squared plus q. The domain in the range. Domain is the x value, that is x says that x is the element of real number because there is no value for which x is undefined, so it is x should be the set of real number. If a greater than 0, then we have x squared greater than or equal to 0, x squared greater than or equal to 0, x squared plus 9 is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, for if a is greater than 0, so this all value is greater than 0. X squared plus q is greater than or equal to q. Add q to be both sides. Therefore f of x is greater than or equal to q. Okay, if a is greater than 0, the range is what? Range is q infinite. Similarly, if a is less than 0, then the range is negative infinity to q. Question: if g of x is equal to x squared plus 2, determine the domain in the range of the function. Okay, step 1 solution. Step 1, determine the domains. The domain is simply it is x is element of set of real number because there is no value for which g of x is undefined. Determine the range. The range of choice can be calculated as follow: x is greater than or equal to 0, x squared plus 2 is greater than or equal to 2. So g of x is greater than or equal to 2. So the range is g of x, says that g of x greater than or equal to 2. I will proceed next time about the intercept, y-intercept, x-intercept, but for the time being I think it is enough. Okay, we have seen about how to determine the domain in the range. Okay, we have seen the effect of q a on the graph. Okay, you can simply understand how can we plot the graph of quadratic function. Thank you for today's video. Bye.